Good afternoon, everybody. This is Matthew Galogli with SRP Medical Marketing and the Warner James Group, coming to you with another Facebook Live, or if you were watching this on LinkedIn, recorded on Facebook Live and then uploaded to our page on LinkedIn. So I am actually coming to you from a new office setup, actually just moved over the last couple of days to a new home, but I want to talk to you not about my move, but I want to talk to you very specifically about the two different types of doctors. I've been thinking about the differences between doctors. And why is it? What are the differences between doctors that have success after success after success and those who see occasional wins? Okay. And I see this all the time. You know, I have had the blessed fortune. I have worked in numerous different niches. I've worked with, countless different entrepreneurs, business owners. And I'm always amazed at how two different people can take the exact same information given to them, and one can run with it and watch their business just skyrocket, and others just see their business do the exact same thing. And this has been something that I've always noticed. I've always kind of watched. One of my mentors called it the slight edge, the principle of the slight edge. And I talk to this. I see these people as, these types of doctors, as they really fall into two different groups. One are the settlers, and the other are the surpassers. And there's a big difference between those two groups. So let's talk about the settlers first. And I don't think anybody necessarily really wants to settle, but that's just kind of how they operate, if that makes sense. So the settlers, what they're trying to do is they're just trying to make it by. Like, they don't want to upset the apple cart. If they see an opportunity to improve overall billing efficiencies, they're less likely to go ahead and make that change because, well, they just don't want the headache. They don't want to really think about it. They don't want to do all the work that's involved in it, or what they perceive as a lot of work. They have a collection of fellow doctors who experience the same challenges. You'll be able to tell if you're in a group of them. If they use phrases like being a doctor is tough, or business is tough, or success is hard, or the deck is stacked against us, or it's not fair anymore, or doctors don't get the respect. They do a lot of, I don't necessarily want to call it blaming, but they certainly are spending a lot more time talking about their circumstances versus changing them. Okay. Then there's the ones who have a completely different mindset and attitude. This is the second group, and this is the group that I like to call the surpassers. They are always looking for a slight edge. And I'm going to tell you about one of my clients who fits into this group. They realize that a slight edge, one slight adjustment, not 20 different adjustments, one slight adjustment in a pricing structure or a process will net them 22% or 25% or 30% more profit per month. It doesn't matter if it snows, if it rains, even if the clinic doesn't open. They realize that this is going to get them more. So let me tell you some contrast to that. So I have a client who's a new client, just came on board about 3 weeks ago. And this client is right now currently in the settler group, but wants to get into the surpassers group. Okay. They realize that they don't know all the answers. And we were having this conversation today, and there's three of us on the phone, and they do regenerative medicine, but they're also talking about, well, we've got access to this laser, and can we partner with this guy and send Botox leads, and then back and forth, and how does this pay, and all of that. And I was dead quiet. And they said to me, well, Matt, what do you think? And I said, well, I'm going to answer that with a story. And the story is this. I said, I had a conference call yesterday with one of my long-term clients, someone I've been working with for well over 6 months. This doctor has 2 clinics, and I don't share my doctor's names. I keep a lot of privacy for my doctors. But this doctor has 2 clinics. She is kind of the main show. They do a lot of executive wellness and things like that. And she focused on making one change. She did a day with me about 4 months ago, brought her team in. We did a day. We were going to work on one thing and one thing only. That one thing, after she got it implemented, took about 2 months to get it implemented, has a 22% increase in profit every single month after month. she'll see an additional low six figures of profit this year from that one change. That one change will add, so it'll give her a record year. That's just the one thing. And all it was a slight edge. Okay. She just made one slight adjustment to the way they were doing something. Didn't have to see more patients. She doesn't have to go get training for a new procedure. She doesn't have to do any of that. And when I told my first client, the client this morning on the phone, that I said, guys, gals, we're all over the place. What was the plan we came up with? We're going to do joints and convert those people into testosterone monthly continuity. Joints, monthly continuity, joints, monthly continuity, joints, monthly continuity. Okay, for testosterone treatment. So that one move right there, if we stay convicted that that's the right thing to do, and we stay connected to it, will generate $60,000 a month in revenue for us in 6 months. Okay, that one thing. And see, most doctors in the settlers group, here's another way you know. I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that. My patients love it, I do this, patients love it, I do that. They're focused on procedures. The folks that are the surpassers, they're focused on building a business that runs without them. They're focused on something, that there's a life cycle to that patient. Okay. So the thing about the surpassers is they are the smallest group. And the reason why is because there's very few people that will do the work and have the discipline in order to make these changes. But when they do, and we're not talking about getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drinking raw eggs like Rocky, but they understand just a slight change, a slight difference, one little quarter turn of the screw can have, and very likely will have, a 20% increase in their profit just by making that one little adjustment. So how would you get access to that? Very simple. On this page, you'll see that there is a link. I have a group. It's actually over on LinkedIn. Or you can just post the comment down there that you want to be a surpasser. Or better yet, once you just type "show me the way," and I'll private message you the link so that you can join our group in LinkedIn. And this is the kind of things that we talk about in that group, is how to become a surpasser. I will tell you that the bulk of my clients, the majority of my clients, are in this group. If they are not, my goal is to get them in there, okay? Because it's the best place to be. You get rid of all the clutter in your head. You get rid of all the things that you think you need to be doing, and you focus on the few things that make the biggest difference to give you the slightest edge to make more profit. All right, that's what we have for today. Excuse me. Again, this is Matt coming to you from the new home office in beautiful, hot, steamy Charlotte, North Carolina. Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.